Bitcoin is roaring. It reached an all-time high of $60,000 and has gained a lot of traction these days. So what should you do? Should you just put all your money into it, or a little bit, or just stay away from it? In this video, I will talk about what to do and why you should invest in this right now. Hi there, my name is Jaime Shekaiben and welcome to my personal finance channel, The Foreigner in America, where I teach locals and foreigners everything related to their money, finances, investing in the market. So if you're someone that loves money like myself, investing, markets, real estate, and everything related to money, please subscribe to this channel and hit that bell so you don't miss any one of my 2 weekly videos. And remember, I also post on Instagram at The Foreigner in America, and I post on my blog, theforeignerinamerika.com. And I have a solid book out there called A Foreigner in America Can Succeed, which is a solid read. And I totally recommend that you read it. Bitcoin is the most controversial cryptocurrency today. It was created in January of 2009 by Nakamoto for a limited amount of 21 million coins. And nobody really cared about it in 2009, but starting like 2 years ago, it has gained a lot of traction and a lot of attention. And the reason for this enigma is the future value of the US dollar. The total amount of money printed in the US in 2020-2021 is 1/3 of the total amount of money printed in US history. And that's what makes people worry about the value of the US dollar. And I'm including the $1.9 trillion relief that was just approved like a month ago, which was a good thing, I believe. But there's people that hate the stimulus package, like Kevin O'Leary, that came out publicly saying that why should people employed making $74,000 a year should receive helicopter money? That's the term. Do you agree or not with him? Please comment below in the description. So when you print money, the problem that comes is inflation. And I understand that Jerome Powell came out saying that everything was fine, but you never know because the economy hasn't recovered yet. We're still with the pandemic. We're still with people indoors not spending any money. We have to make the market recover, and then we'll see what the reality is. Bitcoin is worth what people say it's worth. You know, it has no intrinsic value. There's no company or no government backing it up. That's why it's so extremely risky. But the reality is that if you had invested just $10,000 on Bitcoin 2 years ago, at $4,000 a coin, right now you will have $150,000. Just imagine that opportunity cost by not investing in this cryptocurrency. Please give me a like if you think this is nuts. And it's the same story every single time. People use these words, oh, I should have, oh, I could have, oh, I would have. I mean, these words kill you financially. But one thing changed. Now companies are looking at Bitcoin, and that's a game changer. Because remember, Bitcoin has no value but what other people think it's worth. But by other people, you name deep pocket investors and big corporations and big hedge funds. I mean, that is a different story. Then Bitcoin will always go up in value. The big question for you today, my friends, is should you put all your money on Bitcoin? Should I just sell my house, cash out my 401k, put all the money into Bitcoin? Well, my answer is no. As Dave Ramsey would say,
that is stupid, stupid, stupid.
I support your idea of putting money into Bitcoin, but it has to be 5% or less of your net worth. Invest on real estate that goes up with inflation. that gives you cash flow, that gives you tax benefits, that it's a solid investment on something physical that you can actually see. Also invest on stocks of good companies, companies that will be there for the next 40 years and that will serve millions and millions of people, and their value will always go up. If you don't know what stocks to pick, then just go for a index fund like the VTSMX, the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, which is a solid fund that you can just buy into and forget about it, and it gradually increases with the market because it takes into account all the publicly traded companies in the stock market. I will also recommend you buy some bonds into your portfolio, not just stocks. I know bonds doesn't give you much money, just gives you like a 1%. But bonds are not made for you to make money, to be rich. That's what stocks and real estate is for. Bonds will protect you against a crash in the market. And even if a crash happens tomorrow or happens in 10 years, it will happen, and you know it, because historically the market crashes every certain amount of years. So if you have all your money in stocks, the loss will be a lot more steep. Take note of this. A good portfolio investment is composed of 40% real estate, 40% in the stock market, which is divided 80% stocks and 20% bonds. And then a 15% cash reserves and a 5% or less in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. And also, I will recommend you diversify in the same cryptos, not just go all into Bitcoin. You can buy things like Dogecoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Cardano, and Polkadot.
And why?
You can tell me, Jaime, why do you want me to buy into all those coins that have no value? Bitcoin is the only one that has value. No, because if something happens to Bitcoin, if it gets regulated by the government, if it crashes, or if people forget about it. You know, Bitcoin has no value, but what people think it's worth. So if those people turn around their head and look into another crypto, Bitcoin will sink and another one of them will just roar, will go up. So if you're invested in different ones, you can be the lucky person to buy a coin at pennies per dollar and just looking how it goes up to thousands of dollars per coin. As what happened in Bitcoin. Now, let me give you my foreigner insight for this topic. It is no lie that the US currency will suffer from inflation. I mean, Jerome Powell came out saying that everything was fine, don't worry. We know that that might be true, and we don't know if it's gonna be regular inflation or bad inflation or horrible inflation, but there will be some inflation because they just printed a lot of money. And we know also that cryptos are not based on the value of the US note. If you want to get into the crypto boat, go in with caution. 5% or less of your net worth, and make sure you diversify it into Bitcoin and others so you have a better chance of succeeding long term. If it suddenly goes to zero, it's not a life or death situation. Make it more as a gamble to win. If you lose, it's okay, but if you win big. If you like this video, give me a like, subscribe to this channel, and hit that bell so you don't miss any one of my 2 weekly videos. And make sure you follow me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on my webpage, and check out my book, A Foreigner in America Can Succeed, which is a solid read. Thank you very much for watching, and until then, I'll see you next time.